Happy New Year, y'all. This is the first video that, first of all, I'm filming in 2024, and this is also the first time that I am putting on makeup in a very, very long time. As you might have known, I was sick before Christmas, and actually that sickness, yeah, it was kind of sickness, but that sickness basically held through Christmas, held through New Year's Eve. I'm still coughing like shit. My voice is still not really, I don't know, like back on track kind of. So we will work through this. This is just a very classy get ready with me, but with a few kind of switches or like twists, because I want to just talk about some things that are going to change in 2024, at least for the next month here on this channel. As you have seen, I am currently on a no-buy. That means there is not a lot of new stuff coming in to test. I still, though, do have a lot of unused items because I shopped a bit for Black Friday sales last year, and a lot of that shit actually came right before Christmas. And so I just didn't have the time to test it. Like when I was sick, I didn't wear makeup for like, I don't know, 1.5 weeks or so. And even before that was another week with no makeup. So I think I'm currently at 15 or 16 or 17, I don't know, eyeshadow palettes that I just haven't touched yet. I think I can very easily say that I have enough unused makeup that is maybe not the newest of the new, like nothing really is, but I do have makeup to test. I have makeup to do content with, so no problem on that. And when it comes to like order status and things still coming in, there are 2 orders that are still coming in. Both were gifts. And today, for the Get Ready With Me, is one of the palettes that I just got right before Christmas that I ordered somewhat in November. This is the Flower Nose Swan Ballet 03 Pink Swan. And when you look at this, you might be like, oh, this is so not your color story. You're right, but for whatever reason, I feel very attracted to Flower Nose. And for a moment, when they announced their new collection, the Angels, whatever, I was like, oh boy, this is going to be really hard. But then I saw the palettes, and it's mainly just the outside that gets me, because the color story in this is not really special. So I'm safe for that. But talking about new releases, you haven't seen a You Don't Need That Shit video on January 1st because I just needed more time for myself. I just was not able to film. I actually didn't want to film. I felt a bit exhausted because of the sickness, university, and you know, all that stuff. In case you didn't know, I do work full-time in my job, but I also do study. So I do have some other things to do. And before I started YouTube and doing basically this in a more like semi-professional context, I used to use my weekends and free time in the weeks for my university. Now that I do this, I actually shifted that and basically did nothing for university half a year, and now I have to catch up on a lot of things. I managed in my time off between Christmas and New Year's Eve and those couple of days, I managed to finish 2 university courses, which is insane because these 2 courses that I finished in like 3 or 4 days equal to actually 3 months of work usually. Needless to say that I'm quite proud of this achievement. But I just had to rethink a bit of how I manage my time, and I definitely need more time for university. That is just the point. So one of the changes that is now going to happen is I cannot promise you anymore that I will put up 5 videos a week. I just don't know how and when I can do this. There will probably be times where I have 5 long videos, then there are going to be weeks where I have only 2 or 3. I want to try, or like my main goal is video series like the You Don't Need That Shits. I still want to do them every Monday. They're just fun, I love them, and they're good for me too. Also video series like the Controversy Friday, maybe not every Friday, but every other Friday. And these are just videos that are quite easy to film because I can do them while I get ready. Like today, it's currently 6 a.m. I'm getting ready. I can film this get ready with me when I actually get ready. This palette is a complete different vibe. Like, if you have seen my Black Swan video, oh boy, but I kind of like this. I also want to shift the content a bit. Since the no-buy is going on, I want to focus on like duping content and, very important, duping vibes. You know, sometimes you don't have to have a like specific color dupe, but it's a vibe that you want to catch. And let's be honest, a lot of the palettes that are coming out, they're just same after same after same. You have these colors already. It is just a convenience thing to have them paired in that one color. Did I say color? I mean paired in that one palette. So for example, my friend Diana, who is the person that I do have this no-buy contract with, we allowed us each other a joker. Basically a palette that we can buy during that no-buy or in general a product that is gifted from our husbands or boyfriends, whatever. Because we just both know that sometimes there is this very specific item of makeup that will not leave your hat. You dream about it, you have feelings about it, you are strongly connected to this, and that's why we said, okay, one joker for that time until March. She already decided what her joker is, and I actually did too. I don't know when her joker will be available in a shop here in Germany where you can buy this. But mine is, and I already ordered mine, but I will talk about the joker in another video when it arrives, and it will not be before February, so we have some time still. She is also the one who sends me a gift. So okay, then it's 3 orders outstanding, because 1 is the joker order and 2 are gifts. But I don't want to spoiler you, so yeah. The gift will be seen when it's here. Can I please just mention really quick how much I actually enjoy the Flower Nose formula? They are so different from what I usually use. It's insane, but they are very, very pretty. Okay, where was I? Okay, yeah, duping content. So for example, when there is a specific palette that either tickles you or tickles me, instead of craving it and putting it to wishlist directly, I want to try to dupe it first. So for example, a lot of people I feel like are tempted by the Natasha Denona Mini My Dream. And I did post on my Instagram stories too when it was available, because I do have an affiliate link with them. And of course I want to make some commission, like I'm not gonna lie. But I also say, yeah, shop wisely, you know? And somebody, and I, for the sake of my life, cannot find that post anymore. If you follow that girl, please send me that post, because this is so helpful. Somebody did swatches of the Mini My Dream side by side to the I Need a Nude shades that are basically the same. Like, you don't need that. And that is what I want to do too. I want to like go through the collection and even find dupes inside the brand, or just with other shades and stuff that I already own. I also do have to film still my empties for December, plus the end of year empties, because I just, you know, I track everything and I want to be very open and just tell you the worth of money, or like the worth of makeup in money that I used up and that I decluttered, because these are eye-opening numbers. Also new in this no-buy time, remember this is going to be until end of March actually, I will have focus products. So I do have this little basket here from the Cult Beauty Advent calendar that I kept, where I have some focus product in there that I don't want to like pan them, because panning is really stressful in my opinion, but I want to focus on them and use them more than the rest and see how much progress I can get in 3 months focusing like towards them. And of course I on purpose did not really tell you what I used, because I want to talk in a extra video about this focus thing and how I basically approach, what is right? how I force myself to do something like that without the pressure of a project pen. By the way, in the pile of unused palettes, there are also the two Scamlight Nightmare on Elm Street palettes that I just, first of all, I didn't have time to use, and when I had the time, I actually refused to use because I'm still kind of butthurt. I was even thinking about putting eyeshadow into this focus basket, but I'm not ready to commit that hard. Because whenever I did this last year, I had a project 10 uses where I wanted to use, or even 20 uses, I think, every shade in my Mercury retrograde for 20 or 10 uses. I'm not too sure how many it was, but I mean, it was an accomplishment to do so, but it took so long. Like, this took me half a year or so. I was proud afterwards, but I'm sorry, I just felt super bad because I just neglected all the other palettes that I own. And I am personally, I'm just not that person that mixes and matches eyeshadow that way. So when I have a palette, if it's not a specific companion palette, I don't want to add in another palette. I know it's weird, but I think some of you will understand how this maybe hurts the brain. But I do have complexion products in my focus items, like my oldest primer that I own, then a specific concealer that I just want to use up, bronzers, highlighters, all that shit. Since I am such a big collector with makeup, I also thought palette bingos could be really cool. And then of course the question, how do you do a palette bingo? I've seen some now in the past, and they mainly always take the palette and then select a random number out of that palette, but that means only one shade per palette, which is not what I really wanted to. I don't know, if you have an idea how to do this palette bingo thing, let me know down below. I also want to question myself more. Why am I so drawn to new makeup? I mean, the thing sometimes is we have to ask ourselves, are we drawn to the new makeup, or are we drawn to the high level of serotonin, dopamine, like, you know, the hormones that rise that make you happy when you purchase things. Because, you know, there is a psychological and a biological component to purchasing makeup, or in general purchasing stuff, which is the reason why shopping addiction is such a thing. Please don't quote me now on the exact hormones because I just don't know how to pronounce them in English. So let's say the happy hormones, they rise as soon as you place an order. They rise, and then you're at this level, like you're excited, you're waiting. But the longer you have to wait for the order, the lower this level gets. Then you get the order, you get like a little push, but it's not the same as in the moment that you purchase these. So what are you doing? You purchase new things so you get again above of this level. And sometimes you get like not only on the same level as when you ordered before, you get above that level. So the downfall is much harder. That is basically the circle of an addiction. That's it. And I don't want to say I am addicted. I used to be shopping addicted in my 20s, yes. But I tend to lose control very, very easy. And I tend to fall back in this pattern. And I just need to stop this pattern. That is the problem. I just need to stop. And you know, the reason for this to stop is as simple as probably logical. I don't make millions in my job. I don't make millions from YouTube or from Instagram or whatsoever. I just do not have the financial stability to purchase all of this. I went into debt for investing here on this channel. So of course I want to make the most out of it. So that's of course the reason why I gave so much into this and why I neglected my university so much to give this a good run in the beginning. But I also learned, you know, I need my bachelor's degree too. I don't want to make this full-time. I'm honest with you. I don't want to be one of those entitled bitches that basically live in this social media bubble all the time. Although I don't like people that much, I think we still need the contact to other people to keep us on the ground, you know? If I ever start to act super entitled, like, please slap me in the face. And the other reason why this no-buy is so necessary means that when I don't have to test and buy constantly new palettes and shit, I can use my beautiful palettes that I already have. Like for example, I have 4 glitter palettes that I talked about also within the ranking, like this one. I have this one, I have this one, and I have this one. But I barely use them since I do YouTube, because when I test a new palette, when I on purpose want to review a new palette, when the fuck should I use them? Because that would kind of interrupt the review. And this palette I haven't used before, but this is not a review, so you know what? I'm adding now glitter to my inner corner because I really want to. And I'm using the Diamond Skin palette from Slayfire Cosmetics, and I think, which one is matching? Confetti Club? Bewitching? I don't know. I think I will use this one. That could match the pinkish vibe. But yeah, this is just something you can't do when you review a palette, because it would also not be fair for the palette, since you have this beautiful glitter and then it's just not in that palette, and people who maybe want to recreate the look can't because they don't have that glitter. And I understand that they probably do not want to spend €100 on the glitter palette. Like, I get that. You know, I do scroll through Reddit quite a bit, like every day. I want to be up to date what the Beauty Guru Chatter community is saying, and it's so funny how many people on Reddit do ask for content creators that basically do this. Be creative, do tutorials, do not be a sales channel. Don't get me wrong, I don't think this is possible without being sales heavy at some point, but there's also nothing wrong with just reviewing or like not reviewing new makeup, and just maybe show you, when it comes to new makeup, how you can create this yourself, how you can do this, how you can dupe the palette. I don't know how well you keep up with the end of year declutters, but there was this declutter series by Morgan Turner that I was not able to finish to watch because I felt, I don't know, I wish somebody would do the math on what she basically threw out. And I saw her first part and the third part with the palettes like in a couple minutes. I think the first part I even saw like half an hour, but the palette one I closed after, I don't know, 5 minutes or so, because I just realized a person like Morgan Turner is not a passionate beauty lover. I know this sounds really harsh, but she is decluttering and sorting out makeup like I would do with tax papers. This is work for her. This is not passion, and this is not what I want. Do I want to make money? Fuck yes, I do, but I still want to be passionate. And instead of accepting PR from every single shit brand out there, maybe she should reconsider this, and maybe instead of doing content with everything, like, don't get me wrong, I love her speed review series, but I also question how reliable she is on that, because it's just impossible when she has 50 products in them that she tested over 2 months that she has a good opinion of them, especially when there are categories like foundations. Out of those 50 products, she has like 10 foundations. How in the world is it possible? How have you tested this with different primers, with different climates? I don't know. I get it for eyeshadow products or mascara or like even a bronzer. That's easy. But cream complexion products like foundation, like, I don't know, concealer, that's just way too hard to review in such a short time. So I don't want to be harsh, but I actually do question her reviews and how really true they are. I myself, if you haven't seen it yet, I have received my very first real PR package. Viseart contacted me a couple weeks ago and asked for my details. And they sent me the new Petit Force in a PR package. I haven't touched them yet, I haven't tried them yet, but I will. And stuff like this, for example, is good for another kind of video that I just want to be back into, and that is short tutorials. Like tutorials under a minute, no talking, maybe just music, that I will upload here and on TikTok and on Instagram, of course. So I'm actually running out of time, so I cannot get ready for the video in total. But let me just finish the video with, I will keep up doing this. Please don't get me wrong. Please don't run away whatever. I just want to switch the content a bit more, focus on what I have. There is going to be a lot of content still with palettes that I'm using the first time. As I said, it's a lot that I just haven't used. It's something that is still in the mail, but tutorials, dupes, whatever. Write in the comments down below what you wish. One thing on the wish list already is red eye looks, and I will definitely do them. Maybe not today, maybe not next week, but I was thinking of maybe doing a compilation video. You know, when I do a week of reds, and then on Friday you see basically the tutorial where I show you 5 different eyeshadow looks that contain a red eyeshadow, because it's a very hard color to do so. Maybe this is a series that can go on. Maybe we do something for green, for violet, for earth tones, for blues. Let me know down below what's interesting to you. I am very, very open to any kind of suggestion. And yeah, I just have to finish now the makeup. If you want to see the finished look, here it is. Nothing more will happen. Maybe a bit of brow bone highlight and of course mascara. But make sure you are also subscribed or following me over on Instagram, because I do now that I'm back, post daily looks over there in most of the time for me in the evening time. You know, just follow me because it's fun. Don't forget to check out the info box. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And maybe if you want to binge watch or something, I did Elemis. That means in December I gave you 31 videos. That was a fucking beast, and I cannot stress enough how much I enjoyed doing this and how much I enjoyed your comments. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for skyrocketing this channel, because as I'm filming this today, we're at around 850 people. That means only 150 are missing until I can monetize this channel, which is of course not so cool because you see ads in the beginning or in the middle of the video. But for me, it's cool because I can then start to really make money from YouTube and maybe to build up a beauty budget, which could also be very interesting. Let me know all of your ideas. Let me know what you think. I really hope you stay here and you're not unsubscribing now. Thank you for watching, and I hope I will see you in the next one, whenever that will be. I try to be really, really good with videos.